Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Fargo Davies High School for the North Dakota Lions All-Star Basketball game between Class A and Class B girls. If you missed it yesterday, we on yourliveevent.com and on our YouTube channel streamed yesterday's game where Class B had a 72-65 victory in the first game of this series. And you can go catch that on our YouTube channel if you missed it at all. That improved Class B's record to 30-46 all-time in the series against Class A. And on the guys' side, we had Class A coming out on top 118-110 yesterday in Bismarck. I want to welcome you again to Fargo Davies High School for North Dakota Lions All-Star Basketball. We'll take a look at the story of Game 1 yesterday, where Erickson and Dutcher led the way for Class B with 13 points apiece, leading them to their 7-point victory. Game had a lot of turnovers and looked a little bit sloppy at times, leading to 29 free throw attempts for Class B. And to introduce ourselves, I am Josh Boyko on play-by-play tonight alongside Chase Miller for color commentary. And then Preston DeVille and Jake Petrova alongside me as well tonight. And Chase, what did you like from yesterday's game?
Well, on the girls' side, it just kind of felt like both teams were trying to find a little bit of a rhythm. The story you kind of hit it with the three balls early from Class A, and then Class B's ability to get to the line, attack, and find ways to take advantage of the free throws. Class A really good starts to both half number one and half number two. Class B rounded it out. Class B also, Josh and Nugget, trying to get the first sweep in the Lions All-Star Basketball Series since 2018. So it hasn't been too long ago, but they broke a 4-game losing streak to Class A yesterday. And then on the A side and the B side for the boys, I don't think you and I took a breath, because from the opening tip, it was a 50-meter track meet, back and forth, 118-108. That's a lot of points in a high school game, but something to make note of again compared to Class B basketball, where you play 4 8-minute quarters, so 32 total minutes. Class A basketball, you play 2 18-minute halves, so you got 36 minutes. You're playing college-level basketball here in terms of the shot clock at 30 and the halves at 20 minutes each. So it allows you to get some more shots up, to get up and down the court. I hope we see more dunks in the boys' game. My guess is Class B is probably going to use that inside advantage of the Hurlberts and alongside Wagner from Ellendale a little bit later on. That game at 8 o'clock tonight. Can Class A hit a flurry of threes and get that transition game with Michael Nile? On the girls' side, though, Josh, we'll talk about our keys to the game coming up, but I'm kind of interested, what are some of the tweaks between Game 1 and Game 2 tonight a little bit later on here on our pregame show, Josh?
And you won't miss a moment of it if you stay tuned on yourliveevent.com or our YouTube channel, as we have the Irie Insurance pregame show here for you today. Visit Irie Insurance online at irieins.com for all your insurance needs. We'll step aside now, and National Anthem and Lions coming in about 6 minutes. We'll come back with that later.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Spring planting has been a trying time for everyone. Now is the time to take note of any issues you may have experienced with your planter while it's fresh in your mind. We can come out to your farm, walk the fields with you, and talk over these concerns and put a plan together. Programs are available to help you address any issues you might find in the performance of your planter. Before you put your planter away, call RDK. RDK Enterprises in Hillsboro, 636-2119.
Located on the beautiful Goose River in Hillsboro, the Goose River Golf Club offers both recreational and experienced golfers a great round. It's a 9-hole course open to the public located right off exit 104 on I-29. The Goose River Golf Club in Hillsboro offering a full golf course, 9 holes, and a driving range. You'll find great opportunity with membership rates and great rates to enjoy the round of golf, whether you're walking or riding at the Goose River Golf Course in Hillsboro. Learn more at thegooserivers.com.
There's more at 104. Hillsboro, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
Welcome back to the Irie Insurance pregame show on your live event. Josh Boyko here with you tonight. We're at Davies High School getting set for tip-off in just about 4 minutes. We'll get pregame ceremonies underway for Class A and B Girls All-Star Basketball. We'll take a look at the keys to tonight's game. For Class A, I have keep the threes coming. 9 made three-point attempts, or 9 made three-point shots yesterday, and that was a big part of how they were able to put points on the scoreboard. And I would like to see him get Annie Nabwe and Rachel Dolan going, who had quiet performances in yesterday's game, just a couple of points each for them. Then on the Class B side, feed the hot hands of Erickson and Ducher, as they both had a lot of success getting to the rim and making some really athletic plays last night. And then also keep getting to the line. 29 free throws for Class B. And they made 18 of those to cruise to that 72-65 victory. Chase, what else are you looking for in terms of keys to tonight's game?
Yeah, the one thing I think from yesterday, Class B on the girls' side, turnovers, obviously, if you're just looking from a coach's standpoint, turnovers allow Class A to kind of get up and run a little bit. Something that we're going to see here tonight as the starting lineups like we saw yesterday in Bismarck. It was more of a Western flavor in the capital city. You're going to see more of an Eastern flavor a little bit later on, at least for the starters. And then for those that maybe haven't watched All-Star games before, this is their first one here for the Lions All-Star Basketball Series. It's like a hockey line change. It's every 3-4 minutes you might see some officials timeouts, because once they go up and down the floor about 1 or 2 times and there's 10 girls or 10 boys on the scores table, they'll take an official's timeout just to get people in. The question for me, Josh, is you get into practice on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then you play Monday, you play Tuesday. So there's not a lot of time to figure out an offense. You kind of see the basic 4 out, 1 in, maybe a 5 out, some maybe variation, 1 or 2 special plays. But for the most part, it's like going to the YMCA or your local hardtop somewhere, like going to the downtown, YMCA and going to the dike and playing on the blacktop is kind of what it ends up being a little bit. So if you can be unselfish, move the basketball. I know you talked about it a lot yesterday, Josh, you know, getting that third or fourth pass in an offensive set, just not a pass and a shot or pass shot, you know, work the defense a little bit. I think that's going to be a very big key here as this one moves on for the girls' game. And then who gets in rhythm? If you can find like a player, Adam Kallenbach yesterday for Jamestown, he got in rhythm, give him a heat check. Marissa Burian, for example, for Fargo Davies, got to the free throw line and went 8 of 8 yesterday from the free throw line. So if you can get that, for example, find a player that is getting in rhythm, whether it's passing, whether it's rebounding, whether it's shooting, and if you can find that, you can find yourself, Josh, in a very fortuitous situation here. Class B going for the sweep on the girls' side here tonight at Fargo Davies.
Yeah, and then we had some players that had good games like Erickson, Ducher, and Burian, but that's just a few players right there, and we have a whole list of people on the roster that didn't have double-digit nights that they're accustomed to, just because this is an all-star game and you can't really throw all the reps around. But who do you think we see breaking out tonight?
Well, on the girls' side, you know, an Addie Wagner probably would be one, right, because she can put up 20-some points in a particular game. I know we talked a lot about her Taylor Safransky playing in her own home gym, and Emily Strema played really well at spurts last night, getting rebounds and alongside getting outless assists on the opposite side for the Class B girls. The Kindred faithful is here, so Taryn Johnson, Abby Ducher, they really want to see some good players getting the opportunity. Cassie Erickson was very efficient yesterday, I thought, for the Grafton Spoilers, so probably look at those particular players, at least from the eastern side, to start things off. I think McIver is going to be an interesting matchup. Muslin from Lamore Litchfield-Mary, and then on the Class A girls side, I'd like to see Rachel Dolan insert herself in the post a little bit more on the girls side here later tonight, Josh.
And we'll take a break on that is our Irie Insurance pregame show for tonight. We will come back shortly with starting lineups.
All right.
Hello, Shane with Irie Insurance. We are proud to announce our Benefits Connect platform. You will have more options with Irie Insurance Benefits Connect. You have choices. Do you know who your group agent is? Do you meet annually to review benefits? Would you like to save money? Would you like more benefits? You have choices. We take a different approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Congratulations to Hillsboro's Central Valley basketball player Gannon Limke on being selected to the North Dakota Lions All-Star basketball team. The Hillsboro Central Valley schools and borough teammates are proud to have you representing your schools and community. Thanks for being a borough. The Hillsboro Central Valley schools wish all families a safe and fun summer. All students are encouraged to participate in their school and community events.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Spring planting has been a trying time for everyone. Now is the time to take note of any issues you may have experienced with your planter while it's fresh in your mind. We can come out to your farm, walk the fields with you, and talk over these concerns and put a plan together. Programs are available to help you address any issues you might find in the performance of your planter. Before you put your planter away, call RDK. RDK Enterprises in Hillsboro, 636-2119.
Friday Night Racing returns this summer to Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo, featuring 5-wide, high-flying, family-friendly action. Weekly racing featuring IMCA modified, stock cars, sport mods, sprint cars, hobby stocks, and index legends. Racing begins at 7 o'clock. Adult tickets are $13, kids tickets just $5. See the full schedule online at RedRiverValleySpeedway.com. All summer long, enjoy Friday night action at Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo.
Powerful and playful, delicate and precise, bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family, to provide options beyond the expected, to help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health.
There's more at 104. Hillsboro, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
Welcome back to Fargo Davies High School, where we are about to get underway with starting lineups. We've had some real good athleticism to watch in the last game that we had at Bismarck. Chase, talk about some of the athleticism and great athletes we have here tonight.
Yeah, Bailey Pierce from Henninger Scranton, the daughter of head coach Kelly Pierce, going to University of Kansas for studies. coming up, just a consistent sharpshooter. We'll talk more a little bit here from some of the girls out west. Morgan Freege from Langdon area and more Munich heading to VCSU coming up in the fall. And I think Ezra Rainbow as well from Four Winds Minnewacan heading to Bismarck State. Those are some for Class B, as they're going to go to the Class B starters right now here, Josh.
For from Richland, Megan Rube, number 2. A 6'1" guard, number 5 from Kindred, Abby Dukeshire. At guard, a 5'7" guard from Grafton, North Dakota, number 11, Reagan Hansen. From Grafton, a 6'2" forward, number 21, Cassie Erickson. And from Kindred, a forward, a 6'2", number 22, Taryn Johnson. Head coach for the Class B All-Stars, Sam Brandt, assisted by Lori Sieben from Grafton, soon to be a Cobber. Now let's start with the non-starters and the alternates for the Class A All-Stars. From Dickinson, Reese Hauk. From Minot, Mariah Evenson. From Jamestown, Annie Nabwe. From Bismarck Century, Abby Fletcher. From Devils Lake, Rachel Dolan. From Bismarck, Peyton Gerving. From Watford City, Madison Spacer. From Fargo North, Grace Miller. From Mandan, Morgan Sheldon. And from Mandan, Faith Eberly. And now your starters for the Class A All-Stars. From Fargo South, a guard, 5'7", number 3, Addie Wagner. From Fargo Davies, a guard, 5'7", number 13, Marissa Burian. From Cheyenne, a guard, 5'5", number 22, Olivia Manson. From Fargo Davies at guard, a 5'7", guard number 24, Taylor Safransky. And from Shanley, a 6'4", center number 33, Emily Shrema. Head coach for Class A is Jason Schwartz, assisted by Nathan Wellstead.
And there you have the starting lineups for the North Dakota Lions Class A and Class B All-Star teams. Just getting set for tip-off now. This will be the 77th game between these teams. 46 and 30 in favor of Class A, as Class B looks for the sweep tonight, and Class A looking to split with 1-1. Girls are about to take the court. We're about to play ball.
I like this right on time, Josh, right at 6 o'clock. Got to give the Lions Club members here a lot of credit for being very timely to us here on your live event.
And the tip-off, controlled not so much. It'll be Class A basketball. Class A starts by going to Shrema. Curl cut. Shot deflected and controlled. Here comes Duscher. Underneath for the basket, and Cassie Erickson with the basket. And we have a player down, Addie Wagner, a little bit shaken up already after that first shot.
Addie Wagner went up against Megan Rube, and when she came down, it looked like she might have buckled her knee a little bit. And here's something we said yesterday, Josh, during the Bismarck game. We saw this a little bit more in the boys contest. Paul Olson took a really hard deck. Pearson as well from Four Winds Minnewacan yesterday, and we said short term, obviously you want to see them play tomorrow in Fargo, but now the short term as well for these girls is they're about a month and a half away. For some of these players going to play collegiately. You've got Addie Wagner going to be a golfer and also a Division II women's basketball player, so this is one where you hope it doesn't linger into college for some of these players, and for some that are going to be done with their high school career here tonight, you hope they don't get an injury that maybe affects you for later in life. So unfortunate here. Fargo South Bruin really wanted to play well for her family and friends in attendance, unable to get more than 18 seconds. But nice thing is, coming off her own power, putting a little bit of pressure more on that left-hand side. So we'll see if Addie does come back here later in the game, Josh.
It'll be Class A basketball on the out of bounds. Safransky dribbles up for Class A, guarded tightly by Dutcher. Safransky open three, just long. Rebound fought for, controlled by Burrian, and we have a foul.
Trying to hedge there was Hansen, but Hansen got enough of the arm check there. Unable to move the body quick enough. Really heads-up play to try to bring her back to that baseline. Just unable to move the feet with the hands there at the same time, Josh, to pick up the foul.
Our officials tonight are Elisha Hoy, Andy Dumas, and Ryan Weiser. As that ball stripped away, here comes Duscher. Bounce pass nicely laid in by Erickson, and Erickson leaving off where she started, picking up where she left off in game one. She had 13 points. She has the first 4 of tonight. Burrian thinks about the three. Now she takes a long three, caroms off the rim, and pulled down by Taryn Johnson of Kindred. She'll take it up herself. Fires to the corner, now into the post. It's deflected away into the hands of Schrema. Puts it on the deck, loses it. Erickson for 6, no. Nice up and under move, but it did not go for Reagan Hansen. We have a foul now.
Right now the spoilers are really coming to play, Josh, with Erickson and Hansen respectively. The little full court token pressure defense. And how about Abby Dukesher a couple possessions ago? Just a nice bounce pass by Dukesher there, Josh, to get that assist to Erickson. But right now, this was the lineup yesterday that caused some damage for Class B, and they're doing it again here early on.
Burrian coming off of a perfect performance at the line. 8 of 8, dribbles it up the floor for Class A. Schrema to Dahlin, who had a quiet night. Safransky puts it on the deck, picks up the dribble. Under 10 on the shot clock now. Safransky looking for somewhere to go with it. Finds Burrian, who passed up a shot. Now goes off the glass and in. Burrian on the board first for Class A, 4-2 now. Rube had an 8-point performance. She's got it at the top of the key. Swings to Johnson. Dutcher in the corner. Nice crossover move, but walled off by Schrema on the baseline, and stepping out on the baseline is Dutcher.
Really good job by Emily there, cutting her off, and then Dutcher had her about her right pinky toe there. Josh on the line, but very nice call. Here as we get the wholesale line change. Again, for those that were unable to join us last night, this is like hockey meets basketball here in the Lions All-Star Basketball Series. You get your shift, you get some break, and then you're able to come back and play.
We'll do our very best to keep you updated on the line changes as they happen 5 by 5 most of the time. It's Reese Hauk with it now. Fletcher giving to Gerving. Madison Spacer puts up the shot. Doesn't go. Pulled down by Frigi for Class B. Morgan Frigi high stepping it through the paint and off the glass and in. Morgan Frigi off the bench. Instant production for Class B.
A lot of people in Region 4 are glad that she's going to be gone for Langdon area Edmore Munich. Just a continuous cognate player for Coach Rob Scher and the Cardinals over the last handful of seasons.
Here comes Lorelai McIver, who had a great performance last night. Long shot, no good from Frigi. Offensive rebound. Pass underneath, the reverse is blocked, but a foul is going to go against Madison Spacer.
A really tight window there for Molly Muslin to make the pass to Cotton, but Cotton did a nice job regaining her balance, coming around, picking up the body contact. So give the hockey assist right there to Muslin, especially if Cotton's able to bury these at the free throw line.
Jalen Cotton, a couple field goals on Monday night. Looking to have a good performance here tonight. She adds one for Class B. Left short on the second, loose ball taken in by Cotton. Another offensive rebound for Class B. Curl cut, put on the deck. And tipped. Diving on the floor for it is McIver, and it's going to force a jump ball. Good hustle out of Class B. Fighting for every ball coming off the offensive glass and on the floor. It'll be McIver to inbound. Tipped away. Class A with the steal. That was Evenson coming up with it. Hauk swings to Evenson. Gerving guarded tightly by Neppel up top. Barreling through the paint was Hauk. Loose ball, and it'll be a turnover.
Very similar to last night a little bit, some up and down play. We've seen some early turnovers, Josh, kind of reminiscent of what we saw yesterday for, for about 3-4 minutes there in Bismarck.
Cotton moves it around. McIver driving on the smaller Hauk. Hauk does a nice job of walling straight up, and it'll be a jump ball. Class A will get the possession.
Like what you said there, Josh, walling up. How big has that been in high school basketball and college basketball the last handful of years? Just go straight up, wall up. Perfect word to describe that defensive play.
Gerving driving through the paint, puts up the floater, but it's blocked away by Cotton. McIver dribbling up the right side, looking for somewhere to go. Now a late pass to Cotton, and it results in a reverse layup attempt. No good. McIver inside, and a nice post move from Molly Musland.
Musland going to be going to the Cobbers coming up next year. Going to be playing too far away for her collegiate basketball here in the Fargo-Moorhead area.
Quick foul on McIver for the reach in. That's her first. Knocked away. Good defense by Musland, who had a double-digit performance. Kind of a quiet double digits, but 10 points nonetheless for Class B. Vital in their 7-point victory yesterday. Fletcher driving in, draws some contact and no foul. Could be Cotton picking up the foul. They'll get Musland instead. Fourth foul of the game on Class B to just one for Class A so far, so kind of opposite how we started yesterday. 2 free throws buried by Fletcher. McIver, the lengthy forward, dribbling it up. The scoop shot just missed, and it'll be taken in by Hauk, and she draws the whistle. McIver, I think, picks up her second foul here on another reach.
And she does, and all of a sudden, like you mentioned, Josh, on our Thunder Seat scoreboard, it's a lot of fouls right now for Class B.
Spacer picks up the dribble, gets it away to Evenson. Underneath, Hauk with the fake, blocked away by McIver. Musland advancing it. Nice bounce pass to Cotton for the deuce. Jalen Cotton adds 2 more and adds to the lead. We have a timeout. We'll come back. It is 10-4, Class B.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
And we're back with Class B on top, 10-4 on the Thunder Seeds scoreboard. And they inbound after a turnover from Class A moments ago. Rube puts up the shot and knocks it down. Megan Rube had 8 points in yesterday's game. She's got her first made triple tonight. Safransky backs it out, trying to set up some offense. Nobwe in there as well for Class A. Shot misses short. Nobwe grabs the offensive rebound, but traveled. Dregs the pivot foot, and he'll go back to Class B. Who has Reagan Hansen back in the game, along with Ducher, Rube, Ezra Rainbow, and Bailey Pierce. They're 5 on the floor right now. Ducher puts up the floater and nails it. Abby Ducher, her first points of the game, and Class B out to a commanding early lead. Shrema from the left corner, no good on the 3. Ducher the rebound. She's looking to run in transition. Finds Hansen. Rainbow posting up versus Shrema, trying to go under with the scoop, almost. In loose ball, corralled by Class A, by Manson. Shrema running the floor and gets paid for it.
If the big's gonna run, you better give her the assist and have her opportunity for the big. That's what they're doing. One thing, Josh, it's a developing theme. Class B running a little bit better offense than Class A here in the first half, like we saw yesterday in the capital city.
Ezra Rainbow got another shot off after a good pass by Ducher. Now Ducher with the block, partially, but it still goes in. Nobwe finishes through contact.
Really nice find by Safransky as well to thread the needle there over Ducher, and better job by Nobwe, Josh. She had Ducher right on her back like you mentioned.
Rube, no hesitation, corner 3, cannonball. Rube with her second 3, and we have another timeout. 18-8 Class B on the Thunder Seed scoreboard.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Spring planting has been a trying time for everyone. Now is the time to take note of any issues you may have experienced with your planter while it's fresh in your mind. We can come out to your farm, walk the fields with you, and talk over these concerns and put a plan together. Programs are available to help you address any issues you might find in the performance of your planter. Before you put your planter away, call RDK. RDK Enterprises in Hillsboro, 636-2119.
Megan Rube has 2 corner 3s in this game already. She's got 6, coming off of an 8-point performance on Monday. She's been shooting the lights out and established herself as maybe the best sharpshooter in this series. Safransky with it for Class A, swings it around. Long 3 on the way, missing short was Burrian. Nobwe perfectly saved into Shrema, who gets walled up again. Jalen Cotton with the defensive stand. Here comes Ducher. Hop steps past Nobwe and draws a foul.
Well, if you come down on the crow hop together, not 1-2, Josh, if you come down together, you're going to be able to get that step, and Abby Ducher's done that a lot in Class B basketball, and that's been a fun matchup. Those are 2 future D1 athletes. Nobwe going to track and field at Minnesota, Ducher going to play collegiate softball at Alabama. D1 versus D1. It just goes to show you how well-rounded they are, Josh, playing in this Lions All-Star Basketball Series.
Ducher at the line, hits the first to extend the Class B lead. 2 of 2 for Ducher. Looks nice and confident at the free throw line. 20-8 on the Thunder Seeds scoreboard. Safransky sets up some offense. Gets a screen from Nobwe. Handoff to Burrian. Pick and roll with Shrema. Lobs it into Shrema. Nobwe. Baseline shot is good. Nobwe up to 4 points. Ducher backing down, now finds Hansen for 3 off the left iron. Pulled down by Manson. Nobwe with open floor. Euro steps, takes some contact. That's an offensive foul. Reagan Hansen steps in and takes the charge, and Nabwe picks up the offensive foul. That's her second of the game.
What would that be in terms of rodeo? Because that's what Hansen's going to be studying at NDSU, Josh. I don't know, what would you call that? A barrel chaser, maybe, potentially?
I have no idea anything about rodeo, so we'll ask her. And Hansen right back on the other end. She gets herself on the board with 2 points on the lefty layup. Safransky looking at people wondering what to do. Lobs one in for Shrema. Telegraphed the pass right to Cotton, and that's been a lot of Class A right now. Not a lot of movement, and that's why they're down early and down big so far. Pierce backs it out. Ducher getting crowded a little bit by Pierce, and now a foul on Safransky. The 4th team foul against Class A. And we have a line change coming in now. For Class B, you have Freegee in there, Taryn Johnson, Lorelei McIver, Cassie Erickson, and into McIver, just missed on the layup on the cut off the inbounds play. Looked at nicely drawn up. Dolan gives it up. Spacer looking for somewhere to go with it. Finds Fletcher. Guarded by Erickson now. Hauk backs it out. Dolan. 7 on the shot clock with Hauk looking for somewhere to go with it. Fletcher has to hoist it. She does, and she drills it. Abby Fletcher with 2 points. Adds up her total to 4 now. Here comes Erickson. Johnson gets fouled, backing down into the paint. She got whacked across the arm by Spacer.
And going back to Fletcher, Josh, heading to UND coming up in the fall, going to be studying physical and occupational therapy. Also an update for you on Addie Wagner, who came out earlier in the game. She has some ice right now around just underneath her left knee. So it looks like anytime you have ice, probably out for the game. And with an all-star game, you want to play, but again, think about the longevity of her career in the college level. So Addie Wagner from Fargo South looks to be done here for the night.
We have a whistle. I believe it was a lane violation. Will give us another free throw attempt with Taryn Johnson at the line for Class B. Off the rim and chased down almost by Freegee, but she taps it out of bounds. Class A ball with Fletcher. Some full court press going on, which bugged Class A last night. Hauk dribbles skillfully past Erickson. Spacer pulls up inside the free throw line. Jumper rattles out. Dolan tracking down the rebound for Class A, and a jump ball quickly in the corner. It'll stay with Class A. Hauk to inbound. She'll lob it over to Fletcher near the half-court line, guarded by the lengthy Erickson. Goes past. Fletcher just too strong on the layup, though. Taryn Johnson up the court to McIver. Lobs it up. Caught. Nice extra pass. Sharing the basketball and laying it in was Erickson.
Region 1, Region 2 being well represented and well played as well from those particular athletes here, Josh, from Class B.
Johnson comes down with the defensive rebound. Here comes McIver. Backing down with size. Nice pass to a cutting Morgan Freegee, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
That was a honey of a pass, especially in transition. They're able to spin, collect her momentum, and then find Freegee, who's able to get to the line.
We've seen the lengthier players on this Class B team able to play make and make some really nice dishes to cutters.
We saw this a little bit yesterday, Josh, at glimpses. We saw Class B kind of get out in transition at particular times, and right now it just seems like Class B is in control of this one, you know, on our Thunder Seed scoreboard so far.
Second shot rattled in for Freegee. She's got 3 now. Into the corner, Spacer over the contest. too strong. McIver will slow things down this time. Now with the long pass up to the court, Frege gives it right back. McIver, fake, driving, left-handed shot is good. What a take by Lorelei McIver.
Her left hand was like the claw in a game that you're trying to go find a stuffed toy. It just seemed like it just kept going and going and going.
She's got some of the greatest length on the court on any given night. Fletcher, the drive inside, has it knocked away. Frege directing traffic in transition. She wants the post-up opportunity for Taryn Johnson. Shovel the pass in. Oh, what a dandy that was, but a tough angle for Frege. Comes up short on the layup. Hauk picks up the dribble, finds Spacer. To Dahlin, who puts up the shot. Walled up, though, by Taryn Johnson. Muslin looking for somewhere to go with it, and a timeout. 28-12 on the scoreboard. We'll step aside. 28-12 on the Thunder Seed scoreboard on your live event.
Located on the beautiful Goose River in Hillsboro, the Goose River Golf Club offers both recreational and experienced golfers a great round. It's a 9-hole course open to the public located right off exit 104 on I-29. The Goose River Golf Club in Hillsboro offering a full golf course, 9 holes, and a driving range. You'll find great opportunity with membership rates and great rates to enjoy the round of golf, whether you're walking or riding at the Goose River Golf Course in Hillsboro. Learn more at thegooserivers.com.
Dahlin with a floater on the other end before we came back from break. And here comes Maddie Spacer. Tipped in, saved by Ducher. Pace moving quickly now. Underneath. Spacer gets 2 points for Class A. Narrows it down to a 12-point gap on the Thunder Seed scoreboard. Ducher with lots of space. Not a good idea for Class A. She kicks it out to the open shooter, and that is Quinn Neppel for 3. Great playmaking there by Ducher. Now in the other corner, shot misses from Evenson. Offensive rebound put back up and in by Hauk.
This game has really picked up, Josh, in the last 60 seconds.
Rube has 2 threes in 2 shot attempts so far. The lefty working behind Ducher, now gives it inside to her, stepping through, and we have a foul.
You got 2 guilty parties there. We'll see where they go.
Class A will sub in 5 new bodies.
A fun story about Quinn as well, Josh. She's part of Maddock, North Dakota, well represented. Quinn, part of Benson County, but you have her, Ian Monchenbaker, and Adam Kallenbach from Jamestown on the Class A boys team. Quinn is the daughter of a Maddock alum of Amber, and then Ian is the son of Corey, a class of 92, and Adam is the son of Michael Kallenbach of 93. So the small town of Maddock, North Dakota, in the central part of state, well represented here in this Lions All-Star Basketball Series.
Ducher converts at the line. You love seeing all these towns being represented here in one single game. Safransky got hit on the head on the way to the rack, and she'll be able to shoot 2 free throws.
I'm just looking here, Josh, and it just seems like Class A still trying to find a little bit of a rhythm, and then all of a sudden once they get, back-to-back field goals, Class B just comes back, and Class B just been a little bit maybe more unselfish at particular times, able to get a little bit more of a reversal, find some open shots, and it helps when you have girls like Megan Rube hitting threes too. It just opens up the other end of the floor.
Full court press being established by Class A. Breaking it, Class B. Cotton, a high pass to Rube. Dribbles into the paint, pull up, and misses right, out of bounds. Safransky, Gervin, Nobwe, Burrian for Class A, and Olivia Manson as well, they're 5. Burrian with it, gets the screen, pops the 3, and drills it. Marissa Burrian with her first points of the game. comes on the triple. Cotton blocked by Nabwe. Ducher with the handoff to Reagan Hansen. Good ball movement, but well defended by Class A. Here comes a hedge. Ducher with 5 on the shot clock, and a foul will bail her out.
Gerving trying to hope that Abby didn't see her. The problem was Abby just came around quick enough to have Gerving getting her hand caught in the cookie jar there, Josh, and that's a bad thing because it was under 10 seconds on the shot clock at number 2. It's bonus opportunities here for Ducher.
It'll be 1-1 for a couple more fouls for Class B. Ducher at the line, connecting. Two of 2 at the line. Ducher looks very good there tonight. 6 free throw makes. 8 points for Ducher to lead everyone tonight. Pass off the hands of Burrian, but it will stay with Class A. A higher scoring first half on Tuesday night here compared to yesterday. High stepping through, and Safransky just off on the layup. Kick out for 3 is just off. Nabwe hustling, tracks it down, fires cross court. Manson 3 tried to bank it in, but it comes up off target. Good hustle from Nabwe though, and she again chasing down Ducher, but what a heads up play. Gets it away to Neppel just in the nick of time before the hustling Nabwe took it away.
I think you heard the entire Class B bench saying, "Look out!" and then able to get the ball off right away.
Deep 3. Nothing but the bottom of the net from Marissa Burrian.
Officials timeout here. And good to see by Marissa Fargo Davies Eagle. Her and Taylor Safransky playing one more time here at Fargo Davies. Also Marissa, Josh, at 5 threes her junior year when the Davies Eagles played the Kindred Vikings at this home court. That was Class A versus Class B, some of the best teams in the state, and a lot of fun because you don't get that Class A, Class B matchup too often unless it's an Alliance All-Star Series.
What a scoop shot that was from Taryn Johnson, going under the contest of Shrema for Class A. Extends the lead to 13. Shrema was about to cut, and it led the pass right to Taryn Johnson, who gives it up. Morgan Freegee in the mid-range, no good. Pulled down by Shrema, and then Hauk comes up with it. Running the floor with pace, has been a plus player for Class A so far. 3 on the way, missing short. Second chance is good. Evenson with the offensive rebound and put back. Pressure in the backcourt was McIver, but she handled it well and draws a foul, which will lead to free throws. 9th team foul will be the second on Spacier. Shot kicks off the iron. Shrema tipping it to herself. A nice pass fake gets McIver up in the air. She gives it up to Hauk on the left side. And a timeout called by Class A. We will step aside with 39-28 on the Thunder Seed scoreboard.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Welcome back to Fargo Davies. Josh Boyko here with you tonight. 39-28, Class B has jumped out to the lead. The Tuesday night meeting between Class A and Class B. Hauk inbounds to Fletcher, gets it right back. Class A trying to put some points on the scoreboard and get some momentum as they've been down by quite a bit so far in this half. Had cut it to within 11. Now popping the 3 and drilling it is Bailey Pierce. Pierce gets in on the scoring action for Class B. Ezra Rainbow is the only Class B player not to score yet, but I'm sure we will see that later throughout the night. Hauk lobs it into Spacer, gets walled up inside. Good defensive play by Pierce. Taryn Johnson attacking Schreman, gets stripped of the basketball. Fletcher running within in transition, has Hauk on the left, gives it to the right with Evenson. Now the kick to Spacer. 3 is no good, rebounded by McIver. Pace of play has picked up, but now slowing it down is McIver in the half-court offense, and she gets poked at and fouled by Reese Hauk, which will now result in double bonus the rest of the way for Class B. It'll be Lorelei McIver to the free throw line. She's been making some great plays tonight. Hasn't always ended up in the scoring column for it, but she has been an impact player nonetheless.
Officials just conferring here, making sure it's the 2-shot bonus variety now.
McIver up and good.
In Class B, Josh, hey, they're trying to be like the Class A and B boys yesterday, trying to get to the half-century mark here in the first half.
I was just about to get to that as we have 2:23 left in the first half in Class B with 43 points. Make it 44 as McIver adds one more. Burrian juggles it up top, guarded by McIver. Crosses the volleyball line. Tipped away by Taryn Johnson. Good defensive play. She'll pick it up before half court, but she travels. And I'll send it back to Class A.
This is the old adage, if you're, again, in game action, you're just hoping to get it down to 10 or under at the half. You know, Class A, get a little 6-0, 8-2 run, get it down to single digits. That way you're not digging yourself as big of a hole to try to climb out of in the second stanza.
Gerving, tough take to the left side. Nabwe comes up with the offensive rebound. The energetic play shoots off the side of the backboard. Pulled down by Johnson and a jump ball. Credit Safransky getting in there to tie her up. Well, some substitutions for Class B coming in now with the legs of Rube, Ducher, Neppel in as well. Musland. It'll be Ducher on the inbound. Bailey Pierce, the 5th and final Class B player on the floor, and another foul going against Class A. It'll be 2 more shots for Abby Ducher.
This is one, again, where the officials don't want to have to call the foul, Josh, but when it's blatant, when you have a hand or 2 hands on a hip, especially in transition, it's going to get called, and that's the one thing. Whether it's a football, volleyball, hockey, whatever all-star, I just want have these players have some fun, but they're going to rein it in a little bit, making sure we'll let you get away with some things that you might not get away with in January, but at the end of the day, they're still going to be able to call a foul and try to call a clean game.
A rare miss from Ducher at the line, who has 7 free throw makes already tonight. Shot up and off the rim from Dolan, who's had a tough time getting on the scoreboard. A skilled player, though, in this series, now a carry, as Ducher was looking to thread a pass through to Rube on the baseline, but it was covered up nicely by Class A, forcing the turnover. Left open, 4-3 now, passing it up for the mid-range. Shot no good from Safransky. Up and under move is blocked. Burrian tried to force it in, it's no good. Rube now matches her total from yesterday in the first half alone of 8 points. Nearing the half-century mark as well. Burrian with the 3.
Really nice pass on the previous possession by Class B. Bailey Pierce able to thread the needle and get the assist.
Ducher got herself some space inside the free throw line, but couldn't connect. 2-for-1 opportunity for Class A. Safransky puts it on the floor. Burrian with 3 3-point makes already tonight with 9 points. Dolan drop step into the post. Officials say it's walled up. No 2-for-1 anymore. Class B may hold for the final shot if they so choose. Rube will get herself to the left side and pass off to Pierce. 10 seconds on the clock. Pierce picking up the dribble. Muslin with 5 on the clock. It's loose. Putting up the 3, it's partially blocked, and that will do it for half number 1. Has almost getting it to go was Ducher, but 47-31 will be the score at halftime on the Thunder Seed scoreboard. We'll step aside and come back with our halftime show in a couple minutes.
Hello, Shane with Irie Insurance. We are proud to announce our Benefits Connect platform. You will have more options with Irie Insurance Benefits Connect. You have choices. Do you know who your group agent is? Do you meet annually to review benefits? Would you like to save money? Would you like more benefits? You have choices. We take a different approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Congratulations to Hillsboro's Central Valley basketball player Gannon Limke on being selected to the North Dakota Lions All-Star basketball team. The Hillsboro Central Valley schools and borough teammates are proud to have you representing your schools and community. Thanks for being a borough. The Hillsboro Central Valley schools wish all families a safe and fun summer. All students are encouraged to participate in their school and community events.
Welcome back to Fargo Davies, and we are at halftime with the score 47-31, and Chase Miller is down with a special inquiry for us. Chase, what do you got?
Thank you very much. With a co-director of the games and also past president of the Lions basketball club here at the Lions Club, Daryl Costain, with us. And Daryl, what is this series? It's kind of like the Super Bowl for the Lions Club. I know there's over 100 across the state of North Dakota. What does this series mean to you guys?
Well, it's great, number one. This is our 46th year of doing this, only held up once by COVID, but there's the best of the Class A and Class B, and I'm a Class B guy, so I have to be careful who I cheer for, but it's really our number one goal is to let these kids get together one last time and to really enjoy themselves with competitors, if you will, all their high school careers, and now they get to play with them.
It dates back to the 70s in the basketball series, but the Lions Club has been around for quite some time. If people haven't heard of the Lions Club before, give us a little information and what is it all about and what's the communities that it kind of serves across the state of North Dakota.
Lions have been around since 1917. A fellow by the name of Melvin Jones started it. We're a service club. We're the world's largest, but more importantly, there's over 100 Lions clubs in the state of North Dakota, and they're all doing projects to help people less fortunate. And that's the results of these games. The proceeds for the games will be given back into the community. We do a lot with Giving Hearts Day, helping a lot of nonprofits with their mission. So it's been good.
Daryl, if someone's never heard of the Lions Club, we mentioned a little bit there, but how can they become a part of it? How can they get some more information? Is it just knowing a guy like you that knows a guy like someone else in their community, so to speak, to be part and know some more about the Lions Club across the state?
Well, that saying, I know a guy that knows a guy, it never hurts, but we're social media friendly, so if somebody says, I want to become a Lion, I just moved to Fargo, you can find us on our Facebook page or also on our website. It's not that hard. First meal's on us, so come on in. Every Friday we get together and have a speaker. It's a lot of fun. That's the main thing, having fun.
Daryl, last thing for you before we let you go. What has been some of your highlights? What have been some of the things that you'd enjoyed as a fellow Lions Club member during your time here, whether it's working with the basketball series or maybe something else that people don't get to see, every day across the state of North Dakota?
Well, one of the things for me personally, and I don't talk about myself a lot, is that I've become a Melvin Jones, which is the highest honor that a Lion can exceed. Only a very small percentage of that, because I like to give back. It's fun. It's not a job. It's fun. but obviously this is big. I was an integral part of the Spirit of the Sandbagger Award in Fargo that Lions clubs put together, which was service. We all sandbagged in '97 and 2009. So just two good examples of what Lions can do when they work together.
Daryl, thanks so much for your time. It's been a great series so far, and we look for another good 3 halves of basketball here tonight at Davies.
Well, I challenged the teams at noon. I said, holy cow, the bar is really up here. How are you going to outdo it? But they're cranking out the points tonight, too.
Class B girls might get to the century mark.
I hope so.
All right, thanks so much for your time.
Hey, thank you, Chase.
Let's toss it back to you, Josh.
Thank you, Chase. And speaking of the century mark, Class B is almost there with 47 on the scoreboard right now. We'll talk more about the scoreboard and other stats when we come back.
This Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Spring planting has been a trying time for everyone. Now is the time to take note of any issues you may have experienced with your planter while it's fresh in your mind. We can come out to your farm, walk the fields with you, and talk over these concerns and put a plan together. Programs are available to help you address any issues you might find in the performance of your planter. Before you put your planter away, call RDK. RDK Enterprises in Hillsboro, 636-2119.
Friday night racing returns this summer to Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo, featuring 5-wide, high-flying, family-friendly action. Weekly racing featuring IMCA modified, stock cars, sport mods, sprint cars, hobby stocks, and index legends. Racing begins at 7 o'clock. Adult tickets are $13, kids tickets just $5. See the full schedule online at RedRiverValleySpeedway.com. All summer long, enjoy Friday night action at Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health.
Welcome back to Fargo Davies. Josh Boyko here with you tonight. 47-31 on the Thunder Seed scoreboard. Let's take a look at how we got here. The box score for Class B first. Megan Rube had a pair of triples. She put up 8 points. Bailey Pierce had a 3 for her only basket. Abby Ducher, 7 of her 9 points in the half coming with free throws. Reagan Hansen, 2. Morgan Freegee with 3. Quinn Neppel with 5. Cassie Erickson, 6. Taryn Johnson, 3. Molly Muslin, 2. Lorelei McIver with 4. And Jalen Cotton with 3. Ezra Rainbow, the only Class B player not in the scoring column yet, but we'll probably see that coming later tonight. For the Class A side, Reese Hauk had 2. Evenson with 4. Burrian with 9. Nobway with 4, as well as Fletcher with 4. Rachel Dolan had 2. Taylor Safransky 2. As well as Shrema and Spacher, all with 2. We'll pitch it back to break. We'll take one more quick break. 47-31 on the Thunder Seat scoreboard. The second half is just a couple minutes away.
There's more at 104. Hillsboro, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Spring planting has been a trying time for everyone. Now is the time to take note of any issues you may have experienced with your planter while it's fresh in your mind. We can come out to your farm, walk the fields with you, and talk over these concerns and put a plan together. Programs are available to help you address any issues you might find in the performance of your planter. Before you put your planter away, call RDK. RDK Enterprises in Hillsboro, 636-2119.
Welcome back to Fargo Davies. Josh Boykowitz here tonight alongside Chase Miller, Preston DeVille, and Jake Petroba. My crew helping me tonight. We're under 2:30 to go till half number 2 kicks off. Chase, what did you like in half number 1?
Half number 1, the transition game by Class B. McIver, Ducher, obviously they're kind of 1 and 2. Johnson with some nice passes, Morgan Freegee with some nice passes. Hans, I mean, you can just kind of go up and down the list. Erickson got things going to start, then it just was a balanced effort from Class B. Class A, we saw Rachel Dolan get a little bit more involved. Like to see Emily Schrema as well, a good outside in type of perimeter. Marissa Burian, again, hitting her shot here, Josh. So ultimately, if you're Class A, you just got to win each kind of shift, I guess is the best way to call it. 2.5 minutes, find a way to earn a point more than Class B. That's what they're going to have to try to find a way to do. But right now, it just seems like Class B is a little bit more in rhythm like we saw last night in the capital city than Class A. It's just a matter of what you're going to get for the final 20 minutes. And here's the other thing. It's the final 20 minutes in these high school careers. Whether you play or not, this is the final time you're representing your hometown, your region, your high school. So there's a lot to play for still here in the Lions All-Star Basketball Series.
Absolutely, and still coming up tonight after the second half of this game, we have the Class A and Class B boys basketball going on. Shortly after this, tipping off around 8 o'clock. And we'll see some more high-flying action there tonight, I'm sure, as we have the Hurlberts and many other players that can definitely get up there. And we saw lots of up and down action that just did not stop last night as both teams surpassed the century mark, with the Class A boys winning 118 to 110. About 40 seconds as we are getting ready to set things up for half number 2. Some of the leading scorers for Class B and having them out to the lead. Abby Ducher leads Class B with 9 points. Megan Rube had a pair of triples. Started her night off tremendously. She has 8 points, very effective shooting from her. And then Cassie Erickson started out very nice as well. She's got 6 points tonight for Class B. On the Class A side, it's been the Marissa Burian show from 3. She's got 3 made triples already in this game. No other player has more than 4 points for Class A. So Burian's going to need some help if Class A is going to mount a comeback in half number 2. Returning to the floor now, Class B will send out Megan Rube, Reagan Hansen, Abby Ducher, Taryn Johnson, and Jalen Cotton as their 5. Class A still in the huddle, preparing for the next 20 minutes as Jason Schwartz is trying to come up with a plan to get them some more offensive action going. Class A will bring out Burian, Schrema, Dolan, Manson, and Safransky as their starting 5. Schrema, big post on the right wing, and a foul away from the ball. They'll get Molly Musland, I believe. That was Cotton, rather. Dolan gives to Safransky, pulls up from the elbow, contested, just long. Offensive rebound, Schrema puts it up. Missing too strong now. Reagan Hansen gives it to Abby Ducher. Taryn Johnson made some great defensive plays. Had a nice lane in the first half. She backs her way down on Schrema. Gives to Hansen. Hansen weaving her way through traffic, absorbs the contact, and lays it in with the left hand. So Hansen gets on the board with 2 points to start the second half for Class B. Nice high-low action. Dolan Unable to finish the layup, though. Goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Class A.
It's been a fun matchup to see who they kind of put on Trema and alongside Dolan here with Cotton and Johnson. Those two feel very comfortable. They can switch on the inside on this block-to-block kind of action right now for Class A.
Dolan with the take. No good on the layup again, but she got a step on Cotton. Ducher, Euro step through the lane, off the glass and in. Ducher into double digits, the first player to reach that mark. Trema swings it. 3 from Manson is good. Manson with her first basket. It comes on a 3-pointer, where she was hot from 3 last night. That ball is off of Class A. Last touched it. Reagan Hansen in the backcourt. Gives to Taryn Johnson now. And stepping through is Safransky to try and pick the pocket of Johnson. A little bit shaken up as Johnson shaking the hand out, and Safransky took one up high. Hansen swings it across to Cotton. Now Rube from deep 3. Man, you would think with how she's been shooting, she'd get the shooter's touch. That one falls off, though. It'll be Class A basketball. 51-34 on the Thunder Seed scoreboard. Nearly 2 minutes gone in half number 2. A lot of standing around. Safransky dribbling at Manson. Has to get rid of it. 3 is good from Marissa Burrian to lead all scorers now with 12 points. Burrian, a game-high 4 triples. Rube answers back with the baseline jumper. You can't leave her open.
It was a 6-0 run there until Rube able to hit the 2, but a couple outside shots, Josh, and he felt like, geez, 20 points might be a little bit too much to overcome, but some 3s here by Class A, putting them right back knocking on the door.
The 3-pointer is what kept Class A in the game yesterday, and they'll need it to stay a part of this one tonight. Big time substitution coming for both teams. 10 new players on the floor. Fletcher to inbound. Gives to Spacer. Fresh into the game, a screen from Nobway, but the ball is knocked away. Cross-court pass. Here comes Muslin, muscles it up and pulled in by Nobway and a foul. Nobway secures the defensive rebound, and Class A will earn the possession. They'll whistle Molly Muslin for her second foul tonight. 3rd foul already against Class B. Class A might have some opportunities to get to the free throw line in bonus this half. Spacer, the skip pass, finds its target with Evenson. Now the bounce pass, a little bit low, but Spacer still cans the 3 from the corner. The left corner has been a hot spot for shooters we've seen from both the guys and girls series. That ball stolen away by Fletcher. Chance to run for Class A. Here comes Fletcher. Indecisive with it and goes up with the layup, misses. Class A regains the offensive rebound. And a foul. It's going to go against McIver, trying to keep Nobway from posting her up. And that'll be the 4th foul on Class B in just over 3 minutes.
This has been the best offense of the series we've seen from Class A, Josh, in about the last 2.5 minutes. Good ball reversals, moving the basketball, attacking the defense, and then, as we say that, there's the announcers jinxing a turnover.
Right on cue. Stepping through, nice defense, though. Peyton Gerving walling up on McIver. Spacer thinks about the 3, puts it on the deck, missing just short. McIver will trot it up. 4 minutes gone in half number 2. Muslin looking to split the gap. Instead goes to McIver. Nice quick first step, puts up the floater, misses wide. Evenson the extra pass. The three is just off from Gerving. Nabwe, offensive rebound, going up strong, no good. And we have a foul. It'll stay here, so another foul going against Class B. It's the 5th foul of the half. Just 2 more will result in bonus the rest of the way for Class A, and that is not how you want to let someone get back into the game, and a timeout is called. Jason Schwartz is going to give his team some time. 53-40 on the scoreboard.
Located on the beautiful Goose River in Hillsboro, the Goose River Golf Club offers both recreational and experienced golfers a great round. It's a 9-hole course open to the public located right off exit 104 on I-29. The Goose River Golf Club in Hillsboro offering a full golf course, 9 holes, and a driving range. You'll find great opportunity with membership rates and great rates to enjoy the round of golf, whether you're walking or riding at the Goose River Golf Course in Hillsboro. Learn more at thegooserivers.com.
Back at Davies High School, where Class A is trying to mount a comeback, and they might be doing it at the line as they've earned 5 fouls within the first 4 minutes against Class B. They've come out shooting, though. Madison Spacier tallied a 3, as well as Olivia Manson and Marissa Burrian, so all 9 points for Class A coming off of 3-pointers in half number 2. So a 9-6 opening start to the half. Class A on the good end of that. Fletcher puts it on the deck. She'll lob it back over. Nice jab step and nice bounce pass in to Nabwe for 2.
It's been a 12-3 run here, Josh. It was 50-30, and all of a sudden Class A has cut that deficit in half.
It's been done a lot with the triple, but that was their first 2-pointer of the half. Nabwe fighting for a steal will earn a jump ball.
This is one where you just kind of feel like the next 3-4 minutes of the game, if Class A continues with this kind of a run, how much more they could find themselves in single digits on the opposite side. Weather the storm if you're Class B, get a good look on the interior, try to get to the free throw line. We just haven't said them at the free throw line too often, and, well, right on cue, Josh, here in this second half, they get right to the line. Great backup, by the way, by Freegee to get open.
Yeah, you might just have to call the game yourself here, speaking everything into existence. It'll be Freegee at the line to shoot 2. Foul is going to go. The 4th foul of the game. The scoreboard had it incorrectly numbered. Second free throw is up and good from Freegee. Deficit now trimmed down to 13. 5 minutes gone in half number 2. Gerving looking for somewhere to go with it. Spacier puts it on the deck. Good penetration. Now Fletcher. Good kick out for 3. Good look, but no dice for Gerving. And in come 4 substitutions for Class B. It'll be Hansen, Johnson, Duscher, Neppel, the 4th, and Jalen Cotton back on the floor for the 5 for Class B. Duscher with the fake out. What a move by Abby Duscher, faking the defender with the pass and then Euro stepping her way to the rim.
Yeah, Duscher, really nice play by Duscher again for the Kinder Vikings. And a lot of Class B and Region 1 saw that for many years, and they're glad she's gone now moving forward in the Red River Valley.
Yeah, Duscher, a lot of athletic plays so far in this game, well up over double digits, and we have ball deflected out of bounds. Hansen to inbound, looking for somewhere to go with it. And a foul on Fletcher. Battle of the 20s in the corner there as Neppel and Fletcher got tangled up. And here comes the Class A counter substitution. Brings Safransky, Hauk, Dolan, Burrian, and Manson back onto the floor. Doesn't matter who you bring back onto the floor, Abby Duscher is going to put up points. And she comes up with the steal as Hauk got caught in between. They double Ducher in the backcourt. Gets it up, and Taryn Johnson with the lay-in.
I'm not sure how Abby Ducher, she found herself in no man's land, able to get that ball off in the backcourt. That leads to the two-pointer by her fellow teammate there from Kindred and Johnson.
Burrian looking for someone to go with it. Now finds her fellow sharpshooter Manson. Tough shot from Hauk, missing just short. Boxed out well by Taryn Johnson.
A 20-point lead, Josh, is almost right back to a 20-point lead when they cut it down to 11 for Class A. Class B, though, has played well in this last 2 minutes of this run.
Responding with an 8-0 run. Cotton passes up the open three. Instead, Johnson, the mid-range, a good decision. Taryn Johnson, a couple buckets in the second half now, upping her total to 7. Oh, nice pass from Dahlin, got Ducher out of position. Burrian couldn't hit the triple, though. Not something we've been able to say a lot. Dahlin comes with the steal, and then gets it poked away by Ducher. In the open floor, lays it in. 17 points now for Abby Ducher on the evening. Hauk loses the basketball. Cotton now taken away as turnovers are starting to mount. Safransky being told to move the ball by head coach Jason Swarz. Quinn Neppel picks up the foul. That's her first, team 6. So next one will put Class A in bonus.
Largest deficit right now for Class A too, Josh. You know, they cut it down to 11, and we mentioned that next 4 minutes would be huge to kind of see where this one would go. Well, Class B was able to answer that particular call, and Class A right now really needs some shots to go in the cylinder.
Shrema unable to provide that. It was a good attempt on the announcer. Jinx right there. Rube fresh into the game. Bounces it into Taryn Johnson. Oh, nice kick out there. Rube pays off. Morgan Freegee with the nice pass. Good assist from Freegee.
That was textbook high-low.
Looking for the answer was Manson, but it comes up just short. Ducher the rebound.
Last possession, Johnson, Freegee, and Rube. That looked like playing tic-tac-toe again.
And a foul. It's going to get called on Shrema as Taryn Johnson went up strong with the right hand, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And this is the thing, when you just get some basketball, and all these girls are basketball savvy. They've been around the block. They understand what it takes. But when you can get that high-low game going, especially with 2 really good post players, then you can kick that out to a sharpshooter. It makes it very, very difficult, Josh, to defend on the floor. When all of a sudden, do we guard Rube? Do we guard Johnson? Do we guard Morgan Freegee? All of them are scorers and prolific in their own right.
Johnson missing on both the free throws. Shrema gets the rebound. Hauk calling for it. Safransky has to pick up the dribble. Burrian steps through. Wild shot up and no good as it was defended well. Here comes Freegee stepping through. Good defense, but a better finish by Freegee over Hauk. That's about as well as you can play that defensively with the wallop, but a nice strong finish. Good ball rotation around to the opposite corner. Hauk. Now for Shrema, long 2, drills it. Emily Shrema, her second basket, up to 4 points. Rube, pass tipped for Johnson. Shrema gets back to help. Scoop shot from Johnson, almost fell. And we'll have a substitution timeout.
Reminder, Josh, still to come. We'll get to the boys' game that's scheduled to start at 8 o'clock tonight. Class A, Class B, will they both pass the century mark one more time? Class A looking for the series sweep, and of course we'll hear from a particular player or two after this one as well on our post-game show.
Spacer in for Class A now. Nabwe fresh in as well with the fade connects. Nabwe having a better game tonight is up to 8 points. Here comes Rube in transition. Puts up the shot. Off the rim, no good, and that's an over the back. Going against Molly Muslin. Muslin picks up her 3rd foul of the game. And that'll result in the 1-and-1 with bonus the rest of the way for Class A.
It's been about the only thing Class B has maybe done particularly well here, Josh. You know, they picked up those team fouls early on here. Now, Class A, best way to try to cut into a deficit with the time stopped is to make the free ones. My old travel basketball coach said they're free, so you might as well make them.
Gerving able to hit one of the 2 free throws. Her first point of the night. Muslin reverses dribble. And a timeout called. Class B up handily 70-40 on the Thunder Seed scoreboard on your live event.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
And a 70-47 Class B lead on the scoreboard with 9:31 to play in half number 2. Class B led at the half by double digits, and they've expanded on that. Now up 23 with the largest lead that they've had in today's game. Abby Ducher has had a real nice performance. And we hope we can catch up with her after the conclusion of tonight's game. She's put up 17 points to lead the game for Class B. It'll be Megan Rube to inbound. She gets it to McIver, who blows by the defender. Layup, it falls in. Lorelai McIver had a nice night yesterday, and she's got 6 points tonight. Spacer kicks out to Evenson. Shot no good. Here comes McIver, sprint dribbling up. And a foul's going to get called on Fletcher in transition. 25-point lead now for Class B. All aspects of the game just performing a little bit better than Class A has led to a large gap on the scoreboard. Freegee powering up and in over Nabwe. 8 points now for Morgan Freegee, nearing a double-digit effort. Nabwe posting up looking for an answer, and she gets fouled underneath. It'll be a 1-and-1 coming up for Nabwe. Every foul the rest of the way, I believe, will be 2 shots. Nabwe at the free throw line, missing the 1-and-1. Kick to the corner, Rube, can she do it again? No, not that time. Nabwe leaps up and grabs it with the great vertical. Crosses over, finds the cutter, Evenson, who's losing the ball as she's double teamed underneath. Count the basket and one. Evenson with the strong composure and take underneath as our first N1 opportunity tonight.
McIver will foul out to Josh, and you know, that's one thing. She's had herself a really tremendous season, and Here's where it hits you. Sam Brandt kind of talking to her, giving her a nice pat on the back. And now these are the moments she's getting bear hugged by a couple of her teammates, has a smile on. Outside of your final game for the Glenburn Panthers, you kind of have some tears because it's the final time you're playing high school for your team. But you're going to foul out. You might as well do it in an all-star game your final time, maybe representing your squad too. You can't take those fouls with you to college.
Evenson will get to shoot again, and she connects this time. Ducher finds the release with Neppel. Fires the pass across the lane. Tipped out of bounds. Evenson and Fletcher hustling back on defense to prevent the transition layup. Ducher working on Nabwe. Finds Bailey Pierce for three.
Region 7 is going. We've seen a lot of that in 3 years from Henninger Scranton there with Bailey Pierce.
Her second made three of the game. Nabwe backing down the fade. Tough shot, almost got it to go. She's already made one of those tonight. Ducher with the screen from Neppel. Tried to thread it into Taryn Johnson, but it's taken away by Evenson, who's been playing some good defense in the second half. Deep three, no good from Fletcher. Spacher throws it in. Nabwe with the travel, though.
Very good job by Madison from Watford City there to hustle after that one and make a play. She's going to be playing on the eastern side of the state. That's a long travel, Josh. Watford City to VCSU. I tell you what, if you're going to almost go to a different time zone that far west in North Dakota.
Ducher walks it up for Class B. Finds Jalen Cotton in the corner, lobs one back over for Neppel. Hop step, Ducher. No good off the right iron, and a foul will result in double bonus now. First foul of the game on Ducher. Still leads with 17 points in tonight's contest.
One thing, once they get to the post-game show here, too, guys, they're going to recognize these players. Some years they have a plaque, other years they just kind of say their name. So once we kind of get to the post-game show, they'll go to their respective benches and they'll call out the particular player from their town and representative, give them one more high five, one more salute, so to speak, before we kind of get to our post-game show. So just as a heads up for those tuning in, we will have that for you here as well in our post-game.
2 of 2 at the line for Evenson. Ducher just able to get it in. Johnson backs down now out to Pierce. Misses wide on the three and a jump ball. 25-point lead still on the scoreboard comfortably for Class B. Has pulled away after a halftime run from Class A. Had an 8-0 run, but answering right back was Class B and has opened up a large lead, and it's stayed at about 25 for the last few minutes. Shrema cuts into it, though, with the three.
Speaking of points, Class B, the last time, we'll have to figure out how many points they've scored against Class A recently, as this might be a potential first time in a handful of seasons coming up.
Shot no good from Pierce. They might not make the century mark, but they're going to get pretty close to it tonight. A much higher scoring contest than on Monday. Fletcher's three is off target. Pierce picks up the dribble, finds Ducher. Fires the pass over the head of Taryn Johnson and out of bounds. 6:14 to play in half number 2. Gerving out of Bismarck High School. Played on her home court last night. And a turnover. Last touch by Gerving, and it was a great defensive play by Quinn Neppel.
Last time Class B was able to crack the 80-point mark was in 2010 in Bismarck in a 85-72 win over Class A, Josh.
Ducher rejects the screen from Johnson, steps through, finds Cotton with 10 on the shot clock, fires away and knocks down another triple. Cotton, her first 3 of tonight, up to 6 points now. Shrema fires a pass down, baseline jumper, Gerving falls off, no. I'll have a substitution timeout. Burrian back into the game along with Hauk and Manson for Class A. It'll be Musland, Erickson, and others checking in for Class B right now. Rube back into the game. Hansen posting up, hits the front iron and misses short. Nice outlet pass leading was Shrema, but unable to hold it was Burrian. Second attempt on the attack, no good. Took some hard contact. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Five minutes to play, and Burrian at the line. It was a sharpshooter from there last night. I knew it. Oh no, she able to clank it in. Avoiding my announcer jinx. That's not quite as strong as Chase Miller's. There we go.
Yeah,
2 of 2.
My parents tell me all the time there's an announcer jinx, and I say, we're just telling the game. We don't jinx anybody.
Tell that to Vikings fans in 1998. 80-57. Class B on top by 23, and we'll see some more substitutions now. Out of bounds play actually now from Hansen. Backing down was Muslin. Now gets it back to Hansen. It falls off the rim. Dolan pulls down the rebound. It'll stay with Class A as it trickles out of bounds. Erickson has been quiet since the opening minutes. Muslin mishandles the pass up top, but she whips a perfect one into Rube. And Megan Rube is now up to 15 points. Nice bounce pass from Hauk to Shrema, and that's going to get Shrema 2 shots at the line after the foul. Jalen Cotton picks up her 3rd foul of the night. Tipping off at around 8 o'clock, we have the boys game coming up. Class A looking to get the 2-game sweep after their 118-110 victory last night in Bismarck. Shrema unable to connect at the line. It'll be Erickson with the rebound and doubled in the backcourt. Splits the defenders, nice move. But a travel then as Erickson was looking for Rube in the right corner, unable to get it there before shuffling the feet. Safransky gives to Hauk. Tough take underneath, but a tough make as well. Reese Hauk, her 2nd basket tonight, and a foul in the backcourt. Safransky and Hauk were back there trying to force some turnovers. Another double in the backcourt. Hansen shows off the handles. Fires to Muslin. Rube around the screen. Erickson firing and finishing with the floater and a nice touchdown low. Erickson with her first basket in the 2nd half after putting up 6 in the first to give her 8 now. And a travel. Reese Hauk was looking to get it to Shrema. Not in time, though, before shuffling the feet again. Class B finally gets into Rube, but then Dahlin pokes it away. Class A will have a large change now. Spacer, Gerving, and Nobway check in along with Burrian and Evenson. Rube with the skip pass. Erickson to Frigi going around Nobway in the block. Morgan Frigi's had herself a 7-point second half. She's into double digits. Evenson can't finish underneath, finds Spacer. Falls off the iron, no good. Hansen wasn't expecting the pass from Rube in the backcourt, and it results in a turnover for Class B. Burrian swings to Gerving, who got Rube up in the air. It was a nice pump fake. Saved back into play by Hansen, now controlled by Class A. 20 on the shot clock after it has reset. And a push in the back will go against Erickson, sending Nobway to the line for 2.
This is going to be a Class B record, Josh, for most points in a girls basketball game. The previous high, again, was 85 in 2010 for Bismarck. We'll see if they add a couple more points to it, but the nice thing here, both teams kind of honoring some more on the bench and getting some nice round of ovations as well.
Nobway connects on the shot, but good to see a nice ovation for players potentially coming out for the final time in their careers.
Oh, yeah.
Nobway, 2 of 2 at the line. She has 10 tonight.
First sweep again for Class B since 2018 here in this series on the girls' side.
Nobway just took it away from Frigi, goes up with the layup and lays it in. She's got some good vertical. Real explosive, and I'd like to see her play in transition. She adds 2 more to her total. Travel from Dutcher will send it right back to Class A with 1:50 left in tonight's game. Nobway, Burrian and company will check out. Manson's skip pass not handled by Evenson. Jalen Cotton will check back in. Morgan Frigi will take a seat as she gets recognized well by the crowd. Nepple guarded by Fletcher up top. Cotton lobs it in for Johnson, but it's stolen away. Here comes Hauk with the strong take, but no good. Dutcher picks up the dribble. Nice find underneath. Cotton with the reverse. Jalen Cotton with 8 points. A fine performance tonight. 3 up from Fletcher, no good. Hauk tries to save it in, but it finds Dutcher. The no-look pass into Johnson, a final highlight play for Dutcher. Johnson with 12 now on the night. Ball tipped out of bounds, will stay with Class A.
It's kind of poetic for a Class B girls basketball championship team that finishes undefeated. Teammate to teammate from Kindred there to finish that possession off there, Josh.
3 up and buried by Safransky. Safransky gets herself into double digits before the night is over. 20 seconds left on the clock. Taryn Johnson will put it on the deck. And they look content to dribble it out. Round of applause from everyone in attendance. 90-67 is your final tonight. Class B triumphs by 23 points, a handy victory for Class B in a dominant second half performance. The girls will exchange handshakes and we will send it to break, but we'll come back with our post-game show in just a moment on your live event.
Hello, Shane with Irie Insurance. We are proud to announce our Benefits Connect platform. You will have more options with Irie Insurance Benefits Connect. You have choices. Do you know who your group agent is? Do you meet annually to review benefits? Would you like to save money? Would you like more benefits? You have choices. We take a different approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com.
Back to Fargo Davies, where we have a plaque ceremony coming up. Rick Flaxbarth, the PA announcer, will have that for us. On our post-game show, this plaque ceremony will start to recognize some people from the Lions Club. So, Chase and Rick Flaxbarth.
From the Class A All-Stars, from Fargo South, Addie Wagner. From Dickinson, Reese Hauk. From Minot, Mariah Evenson. From Davies, Marissa Burian. From Jamestown, Annie Nabwe. From Bismarck Century, Abby Fletcher. From Devil's Lake, Rachel Dolan. From West Fargo, Cheyenne, Olivia Manson. From Bismarck, Peyton Gerving. From Fargo Davies, Taylor Safransky. From Shanley, Emily Shrema. From Watford City, Madison Spacer. From Fargo North, Grace Miller. From Mandan, Morgan Sheldon. And from Mandan, Faith Eberly. Assistant coach from Bismarck Century, Nathan Wellstead. And the head coach of the Class A All-Stars from Minot, Jason Schwartz. Ladies and gentlemen, your Class A All-Stars. Now the Class B All-Stars. Once again, we read your name. Please step out onto the floor to receive your participation award. From Richland, Megan Rube. From Henniger Scranton, Bailey Pierce. From Kindred, Abby Dukeshire. From Grafton, Reagan Hansen. From Langdon, Adams, Edmore, Morgan Freege. From Benson County, Quinn Nepple. From Grafton, Cassie Erickson. From Kindred, Taryn Johnson. From Lemoore, Litchville, Marion, Molly Muslin. From Glenburn, Lorelei MacGyver. From Central Cass, Jalen Cotton. And from Four Winds, Ezra Rainbow. And the alternate from Kindred, Tina Fryer. The assistant coach for the Class B All-Stars from Grafton, Lori Sieben. And the head coach of the Class B All-Stars from Kindred, Sam Brandt. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for the Class B All-Stars.
Go ahead, Josh.
And we'll go over some stats now with the 90 to 67 victory for Class B as they sweep Class A tonight after taking Monday's game as well. Megan Rube scored 15, had 3 3-pointers of the 6 scored by Class B in her outing. Bailey Pierce had 6, Abby Ducher had 17, Reagan Hansen had 4, Morgan Friege with 10, Quinn Nepple with 5, Cassie Erickson with a solid 8, Taryn Johnson, good defense and 9 points, Molly Muslin with 2, Lorelai McIver with 6, and Jalen Cotton with 8. And then for the Class A side, it was Reese Hauk with 4, Evenson with 9, Marissa Burrian with 14, Nabwe with 12, Fletcher with 4, Dolan with 2, Manson with 3, Gerving with 1, Safransky with 2, Emily Schrema had a couple threes in the second half. Of the 8 scored by Class A for her 10 points, and Madison Spacier ends up with 5. We'll take a quick break and we'll talk to some players coming up after our break.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Congratulations to Hillsboro's Central Valley basketball player Gannon Limke on being selected to the North Dakota Lions All-Star basketball team. The Hillsboro Central Valley schools and borough teammates are proud to have you representing your schools and community. Thanks for being a borough. The Hillsboro Central Valley schools wish all families a safe and fun summer. All students are encouraged to participate in their school and community events.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Spring planting has been a trying time for everyone. Now is the time to take note of any issues you may have experienced with your planter while it's fresh in your mind. We can come out to your farm, walk the fields with you, and talk over these concerns and put a plan together. Programs are available to help you address any issues you might find in the performance of your planter. Before you put your planter away, call RDK. RDK Enterprises in Hillsboro, 636-2119.
Welcome back to Fargo Davies after the 90 to 67 victory for Class B in the North Dakota Lions All-Star game. The girls with the sweep after winning yesterday's game by the score of 72 to 65. Not so close in tonight's game, but a big part of it, Abby Ducher scored 17 points, and Chase Miller is with her right now.
Thank you very much, Josh. Abby, first and foremost, congratulations on, again, getting nominated to this series. These 2 days, the weekend in Bismarck, getting some practices, what was it like playing with some of the best here across the state?
It was phenomenal. Usually you think, oh, this person's like my rival, like I'm not friends with them, but it was like my best weekend ever. I've had so much fun with these girls, and it was just such a blessing to be able to play with each and every one of them.
You know, we'll go from the rivals here first, because Region 2, obviously some fellow teammates from Grafton. You have Jalen Cotton from Central Cass. You got Megan Rube from Richland. So the eastern side of the state was really represented really well. How fun was that?
It was so much fun. I mean, when you play them, you're like, oh, I have to play like Rube again. I have to play Grafton, you know, like, but it was so fun to like come together and play with them. And yeah, they're all so good, and it's just so fun to like play with all like mind-like athletes. So it was just so much fun.
And on the western side, you got Lorelai, you have Pierce, you got a handful of players as well. So did you learn a little something about how the West does things differently than the East maybe in basketball here, Abby?
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because you don't really know like the West Side. So when they like came over and they're like our first practice, I'm like, okay, like you guys are really like phenomenal. And so I loved all the West girls. It's like just so cool to come together and like now like they're my best friends. So.
Final thing for you, the 90 points is a record by Class B in a single game dating back to like, the early 80s here in the Lions All-Star Series. So your final time as a high school player, what does it mean to break a record?
I didn't even know that happened. That's super cool though to be a part of something so special like that. But I thought state was a great way to go out, but this is even better, so.
All right, we'll let you photobomb one more time here with Taryn and Tina, your fellow kindred Vikings. You better get in here on this photobomb. Josh, we'll toss it back to you here.
Thanks, Chase. Good to hear from Abby Ducher, and she had a phenomenal night, 17 points, and we'll send it to break here and recap it once more on our postgame show when we come back.
Friday night racing returns this summer to Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo, featuring 5-wide, high-flying, family-friendly action. Weekly racing featuring IMCA modified, stock cars, sport mods, sprint cars, hobby stocks, and index legends. Racing begins at 7 o'clock. Adult tickets are $13, kids tickets just $5. See the full schedule online at RedRiverValleySpeedway.com. All summer long, enjoy Friday night action at Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo.
Welcome back, Josh Boyko here tonight with you at Fargo Davies as 90-67 was our final with Class B taking the sweep, and it's time for our RDK Enterprises Precision Play and Player of tonight's game. We're going to go a little bit of 2-for-1 here with Abby Ducher with the player of the game, and then the play of the game right at the end with the pass to Taryn Johnson with the no-look to cap off tonight, and really an outstanding career for her and everyone else that was selected to be here tonight. Big thank you to all of our sponsors tonight for giving us the ability to put on this show. Thank you to Chase Miller alongside of me, and then Preston DeVille and Jake Petroba as well. So signing off for now. Thank you for tuning in on your live event. And stay tuned for the boys who are warming up. We'll continue with the boys right after this.